Alright, says we have a certain college enrolled a total of 29,000 students. 56% were female, 44% were male. 64% were over the age of 25, and of those 64%, 30% of them were male. So what I do first is I get all my numbers down, meaning find 56% of the female. And of course you find that by taking 29,000 times 0.56, and you should get 16240. Then I find the 44% male. You can of course either just subtract the 29,000 from this value, or you can take 44%. You'll get the same answer, and you should get 12760. And you should convince yourself that if you add these two together, that you're going to get the 29,000. I mean, just, to be sure you didn't make a mistake. So next what I would do is say, well, the 64% is over the age of 25. So 64% times, I guess I should have written the 29,000 first to be complete. And you should get 18,560. And then 30% of this number, okay, so 30% of 18,560, meaning you multiply 0.3 times 18,560, and you get 5568. Now the only thing you have to be careful of is when you draw your Venn diagram that if you add up every single number, you should get 29,000. So it would be easy to say, well, we have male, female, and then the mistake would be to write, well, on the male side, this is 1,207.60. Well, that's true, but some of these are going to be inside this little Venn diagram that says the number that are male is this 5568. And so those that are over 25, then how could I find the females? Well, we found the value for those that are over 25, and then of course we have the amount of females. So the easiest thing probably would be to either take this value and subtract the number of females, might be the easiest thing to do, and you should get 12992. Okay, so in other words, if you add these two values together, you should get this total, the 64%. Well, you can't just write these values now for the male and the females, because you have to subtract out this Venn diagram. So what you do is you actually take the 12760 minus this 5568, and that gives you the number of males. What this is the number of males that are not older than 25 years or older. And then of course you do the same thing on this side as well. You would take the 16,240 females and subtract this value, 12,992, and that would give you the leftover females, 3248. Okay, see if I can get this to fit in here, this 12,992. Now what you should do is you should check and add 7192, 5568, 12,992, 3248. When you add all of those together, you should get 29,000. And that's why you can't just use these values for the male, and for the female, you can't use these values because some of them are in this circle in the Venn diagram.